Hi everybody, Uber Lady Charlotte. And I know you guys are wondering why I'm laying down. I'm tired, damn it. I just got off work at 9, well, about 8:30. But I got on the chat line and just to listen to see who was on there cuz some of my friends are like, "Kim, you really need to go out with somebody and just stop going to work, go home, going to work, go home." But I don't know. I just don't have the energy to put up with BS. I just don't want to. But they were like, just try it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Because see, remember the last time I went out on a date on the chat line, Willie had tried to abduct me and wouldn't let me out the house and did the fake phone call to the taxi cab and all that. If you ain't seen that video, check that one out because I almost didn't get out of there with my life. All right, so I get on the chat line on the way home. I get on the chat line and I'm driving and I'm listening to it. First, you got to start out with your greeting. Well, you dial your local number. The local number here is 704 212 1212. 212 1212. Yeah, that's for the Charlotte metro area. And then you get on there, you give your name that you want to be called. And I just give my real name because why am I lying? So I tell them my name is Kimberly. And then after that, you have to create a greeting. And yeah, no, I ain't gonna tell you what my greeting is. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna tell you. So my greeting says, "Hi, this is Kimberly, a beautiful plus-size female calling from the Charlotte metro area. I am 46 years old. Will be 47 next month. I am drug and disease free. I drama free as well. I am very down to earth, a great conversationalist, intelligent, easy to get along with. I am employed with a great job, have my own transportation and my own place. I am not looking for a boyfriend. I'm looking for someone to perhaps go to dinner with, shoot some pool with, or just laugh and talk to. I am interested in single African American men only that are over the age of 40, preferably non smoker, as I do not smoke. I am also seeking someone who has a lot of friends and easy to talk to. So if you're interested, get at me. We'll see what happens. All right, so now you say that type of thing or something along those lines. And then you wait on the thing to say ding, and that means somebody's interested in you and they want to talk to you. They can press 1 to talk to you, live connect, or they can press 2 and send you a message. All right, so I prefer to send the message part. All right, so anyway, so I met this guy on there. He was really nice, 47. Sound really nice on the phone, but I'm tell y'all something. Don't get caught up in somebody's voice, because they could be ugly at the bottom of your shoe. So that sexy voice and all that, that don't mean nothing. Don't fall for that one. Men don't fall for that one either. So anyway, he was just very straightforward. We talked for a second live connect, which I normally don't do because I've been doing this now for a week, which I normally don't do. And I live connected because I listened to his ad. He was right in the Charlotte area, and he just said he wanted to go out to dinner with somebody or, have a drink or something. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. As long as you ain't asking for no tail, I can do that. All right, so I hit him up. I mean, he sent me the request. I talked to him on the phone. And, he was like, look, I'm bored. I want to go get something to eat. I want to have a drink or two, and that's all. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can do that. You ain't said nothing. I can do that. Okay, that's cool. You know. So we decide on a place to meet. Met at Fridays. All right, so I tell him, look, I'm going to change my shirt. That's all I'm going to do because I just got off work. I'm not finna go in here and put on no clothes. I'm tired. But I do want to meet you and, we can just have this drink and have, get something to eat. And he was like, cool, that's fine. So I head out that way. We get out there. And I don't know who I'm looking for because I'm sitting in the car in the parking lot. So I text him. I said, I'm here. Are you here? And he's like, yeah, I'm here. So then he calls me on the phone. And he was like, where you at? I'm like, I'm in the little gray Nissan Versa. And he was like, oh, get out the car. And I'm thinking, that ain't how you ask a lady to get out the car, 'cause I don't respond to that type of treatment. Don't like that. I mean, I like it gentle. I don't just barking orders at me. I don't like that. So I say, well, you getting out the car? He's like, yeah, I'm getting out the car, but you go ahead and get out first. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I know how this go. He just want to see what I look like first. I guess before he decided he was gonna peel out and drive off. I didn't care if he had drove off. I just got back in my car and went and drove Uber because I wasn't planning on doing Uber tonight. But I just would have went on ahead and did it. So, but anyway, so I get out and I go to the front door of the restaurant, scratching because I had tomatoes. Sorry, at the restaurant, tomato sauce. So I go up to the front door and I'm waiting on him. And this guy comes up. He's a portly guy, round all the way around. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. I don't care, big, small. I don't care. I just like men. So he get up there and I said, "Hello, how are you? I'm Kimberly." And I shake his hand. He says, "I'm, blah blah blah." So and I immediately smell him. He smells really good, and he's dressed nice. So we go on in, and he opens the door for me, and I'm like, "Mm-hmm, that's nice. Okay." We get up to the front where the hostess is, and you know, he's kind of standing behind me, and she's like, "Two for here, two to go. Are you picking up?" So I look at him and I said, "Oh, you can go ahead, because I want him to get in the front. I just believe you the man, be the man. That's just how I feel. You the man, lead and be the man." I'm sorry, I didn't get my hand right. Be the man. So he steps up and he's like, "Two for here. We want to sit at the bar." So I'm thinking, oh, snap. Now I got to get my little fat ass up in there that bar stool, and I gotta sit up there, and I know I'm gonna lose the circulation in my thighs, legs dangling, hanging down. He probably gonna want to be here for an hour. I'm gonna have two dang on numb sticks when I try to walk away from here. I'm probably just gonna fall on the floor. So we get over to the bar. All right, he's sitting in his seat. I didn't even look at my seat. I just jump up in there and sit down. My seat sitting cat corner like I'm riding side saddle. So now I got to scoot my whole body around, spin it around on this hardwood floor to try to get my seat next to the bar real good, thinking he was going to get out and help me with my seat, with my bar stool, because my legs couldn't touch the floor. He didn't. He sat in his seat. Well, hell, he was short too. Looked like he about 5'6". I'm 5'5". Looked like he about 5'6". So I guess he couldn't help me get around to my bar stool and to the bar, because he barely got up in his own seat. That's cool. I could do it. So I got spunked around, as my little sister would say. I got spunked around, and I was sitting right. So then he orders his food and he orders the appetizers and all that. So I'm trying to talk to him. I'm like, "So, have you been on the chat line long?" And he was like, "No, tonight was my first night, probably my last." So I'm thinking, I don't know. Was that a compliment or was it an insult? A hidden insult? Tonight was my first night, but it'd probably be my last. I didn't really know where I stood with that. So I'm like, doesn't matter to me. So then I said, "Oh, okay." He's like, "You been on here before?" I said, "Yeah, I've been on here before years ago. Um, you know, I've been on here years ago, on and off." So he was like, "Oh, okay. You ever meet anybody?" So we talked about that. I'm like, "Yeah, I met my last husband. Got been married twice. Met my last husband on the chat line, and actually Maurice. Well, I did say his name, Maurice, the one that in the video I said, "Well, I don't want to get dead." Met him on the chat line. We were together 2 years. But my husband before him, we were together 9 years. And we met on the chat line. So you can find love on the chat line or find a relationship. It's just a matter of what you're willing to put into it. But anyway, so we talked about that for a little bit. And then he went into his ex-girlfriend. He just kept talking about her and talking about it. And every time I would say something to try to change the subject, like, "So you like football, huh?" Because I saw he had a football tattoo with the helmet. It was the Cleveland Browns or something like that. Whoever was playing tonight, it was the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland or Chicago Bears. Oh, Chicago Bears. That's what it was. The Chicago Bears. And so that was his team, the Chicago Bears, because he had the helmet and the name on his arm, forearm. So I looked at that and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to talk about that, because I love football. So I was telling them all, yeah, I love football, but I don't have a team per se because I like to gamble on the game. So I don't have any loyalty to a team. It's wherever my money is. And he was like, "Yeah, me and my ex-girl, we used to watch football. She loved to watch football." So I'm like, "Again with the ex-girlfriend, what is this about?" So I'm like, oh, really? So then after a while, we talked about some other things, but everything we talked about went back to the ex girlfriend. So I said, well, how long y'all been separated? He was like 4 or 5 months. I said, oh, okay, it's fresh then. Y'all can really get back together. He's like, no, we can't get back together. But I'm going to tell you what I don't miss about her. Her kids stole out my wallet, and he just told me this whole sordid story about he and his ex girlfriend and her kids and his one daughter and the grandbaby and how they didn't treat him the same and oh gosh, it was just terrible. And I'm thinking to myself, that's why you single. That is why you single. If you can't stay focused on the woman in front of you. Let me tell you something, fellas. Women do not want to hear about the other woman that you were last with. And women, men do not want to hear about that last relationship. Don't nobody got time for that. So anyway, the date didn't really work out. I mean, it was fun. We partied on good terms. I paid for half my meal. I didn't mind. He didn't ask me for it. But I gave him my money because I didn't want him to say he had done anything for me. And so we separated at the door, and he went his way and went mine, and I went mine, and we never talked about getting up with each other again, or maybe another date, or nothing. He didn't even ask me. So I'm like, and I know I was a good hostess, but I think he's still in love with his ex, and that's cool. That's okay. I ain't got no problem with that. I mean, I've been single for 7 years. Another day added on to it didn't hurt me. So anyway, that's how my date went. See, that's why I don't be going on no dates because people be tripping. That's why I don't go. It be a bunch of BS. You find them ones that's sad and pitiful and it's sad and they talking about how many friends they got. They ain't got no friends. I'm telling y'all. Remember I told y'all that? They ain't got no friends. And they don't want you to have no friends neither when they get with you. Or you meet the guys that want to just hit it and quit it. No, there's no hitting and quitting here because I ain't hiring. And then you got the ones that just demanding and just and condescending to a woman and like women can't think for themselves or whatever. Man, I'm telling you, this man dating hard. That's why I don't even do it. It's too hard. But anyway, I'ma go.